Hey guys, welcome back finally to a new video. It's been way too long since I have put out any sort of content, and I've really been wanting to. I've been sitting on these clips for a little bit. I've just been, I don't know, not super motivated to play the game or make videos, and I've also been kind of busy. Firstly, I just want to say this one's going to be a little bit different than usual. So currently I'm in a different country than where I live, and I don't have my normal setup or anything, so it may first sound a little different. And second, the mic that I've been using is a little bit older than what I'm used to. And when I was recording clips, I noticed that there was loud spikes every now and then when I just say certain things into the mic, just because it's an old mic and it picks up things differently. So I'm not able to use any of the clips that I've recorded because the mic spikes on them are just so bad that they're just unusable. So I'm just going to be kind of talking over the entire time. This is the first time I'm trying this, so I have no idea how it's going to go. But yeah, I am back playing the game finally. It's been a long time since I've played, like 5 or 6 months, and probably almost a year since I put out any form of content, any video or anything. So it's fun to be playing again. I've been, like I've mentioned previously, I've been pretty busy. I've been traveling a lot. I'm getting married in October, which is super exciting, and just haven't really felt like playing the game a whole lot the last year. In addition to that, something that just recently happened is one of my accounts, I'm not going to go into much details about any of it, but one of my accounts got locked for suspicious activity. It is, one of my oldest accounts that I've played in this game, and I have had no success in getting it unlocked or getting it back. I've sent everything that I possibly could in, including videos of me on the account, stuff like that, and I've gotten automated responses from Jagex support, but nothing very helpful. So that kind of sucks, and it's really demotivated me playing this game. It's not this account, it's not the hardcore, but it's still kind of, I don't know, taking its mental toll on me, I guess. But yeah, I'm back playing the hardcore finally. This is the very first thing I did. I got on and did a farm run, so that's what you're watching right now. This clip here is me finishing the Vale Totems mini quest. I thought there was going to be a quest complete screen, but there wasn't for some reason, so I guess just because it's a mini quest. But I really wanted to get in and try some of the new stuff I missed while I've been playing a try, and I decided to start with Vale Totems, which ends up being the majority of progress in this video. I showed in the last clip for a brief second my bank. There I show I'm starting at 88 Fletching, by the way. I showed my bank. I had a bunch of magic logs saved up, some redwoods, stuff like that saved up, and I wanted to see how far that could take me with what I just had saved in the bank sitting around, towards 99 Fletching, and it ends up going quite a long ways. Really, this minigame, it's nice because it makes fletching so much faster. For Iron Man, you get to reuse a whole bunch of your old bows and stuff like that, but it also kind of devalues things in a way, like devalues fletching in a way, because not that it's a big deal to me, but I can understand why some people would be upset by it, because Iron Man fletching before took so much longer. Not so much, but like you had to gather supplies and do all this and this and this, and once you're done with your bows, they're either kind of useless or you had to sell them for cash or alch them or whatever. And now you can just use those bows in 5 times your experience. So I guess it devalues it in a way, but really it's super nice XP. The minigame's not too bad, and again, it's just like a lot of other minigames like Wintertod or Temperos or Guardians of the Rift, where it's kind of like you just kind of repetitively do the same thing in a loop. And I don't know, it seems, I don't love that they're doing that for every single skill, but it is what it is. I guess that's just the direction the game's moving, and the XP is really fast, and it's going to help me get to 99 faster, so I'm not too bothered by it. Here, I actually try doing 1 hour as efficiently as I can of magic logs for Vale Totems minigame thing. And I just wanted to see, the XP, the number of Vale offerings I could get, stuff like that, and it ended up going pretty well, I think. But I ended up doing Redwoods later, and I was shocked by how similar Magics and Redwoods really are in terms of XP and Vale offerings and stuff like that. I'll get into it a little bit later when we get to the Redwood logs, but yeah, here's me starting an hour. I do a whole hour and track everything, and eventually I also do, I save my first 100,000 Vale offerings, or whatever they're called, just because I want to try and open all 1,000, or 10, or 100,000 at once. Here's me finishing the hour. I had 7 seconds left. So as you can see, we get about 9,300-ish Vale offerings, which really isn't bad. You know, you almost get 10,000 an hour, so it'd be about 10 hours super efficiently to get the 100,000, which it ends up taking me a little bit longer because I'm not very efficient. And also, this is like one of my first hours, so I didn't have it down as effectively as I could have. But I did do the hour. Here I'm saying if you don't have the plugin and you can only see 2 of the spirits and you can't see a third, like the third one just is somewhere else that you can't see, it's always usually the snake. So if you're not using the plugin, you can't see all 3 spirits. Default to the snake. Here's the XP. We got about 308,000 XP on the hour, as well as 7,300 construction XP, which is pretty good. Construction XP is not too much, but it does add up over time and kind of helps out. I think I got from the whole thing, I don't want to spoil anything, but I did get a construction level from all the fletching that I do. The fletching itself is super fast XP, like I said before, like way faster than what I used to do, which would just be cutting the logs, fletching them into longbows, maybe stringing them and then selling them for GP. So the upside for this is the XP is way faster, you get way more XP. The downside is your bows don't really turn into much money. But now that I'm saying that out loud, you still do get rewards from this minigame. Obviously you get arrowheads and whatever else. So there is some money to be made. Here is 90 fletching. I guess I didn't record 89, I didn't see it in there. Here's 90. It really didn't take, so this is probably the second day doing Vale Totems, my second day back playing the game, and I've already gotten 2 fletching levels, which is way faster than what it used to be. I only played a couple hours a day, like 2, maybe 3 hours a day. And I unlock Redwood Vale Totems on this one, so that's a big, well, what I thought was a big upgrade turns out not to be as big as I thought, but it does help out a little bit with the XP. Here is, oh, yep, here's the hour I wanted to try with Redwood logs. So this one, with Redwoods, it's a little bit different, because what I did, I fletched the walking stabs, or whatever they're called, because there's obviously no Redwood bows. So you kind of have to fletch them as you go. I didn't have any of these just sitting in the bank. And Redwood totems actually take longer to decay from the Ents, so there was a lot of time I'd find myself just kind of standing around, not really, like just sitting there fletching the stabs, or if I had them all fletched already, I was just standing there doing nothing, waiting for an Ent to come and decay the totem. So it ends up not being a huge different from Magic's comparatively. There's a start of the hour, here's the end of the hour. So you can see there I got just over 10,000, so about 700 more offerings per hour. The XP I got about 30,000 more, and I think the construction XP I actually got less, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't notice that before, but I think I got less construction XP, probably because I built less totems overall in the hour, just because they take longer to decay. But that's kind of interesting. So if it's construction XP, if you want more construction XP, do magic ones, I guess. But I did get more offerings and more fletching XP overall. The agility XP in both was just negligible from doing random shortcuts, which most of both of the hours I didn't take the shortcuts anyway to try and step on the flowers and get extra offerings. If you've done the minigame, you know what I'm talking about. But I did decide to skip the shortcuts most of the time, unless I was just kind of not really paying attention and just clicked on them and went for it. But yeah, 330,000 fletching XP per hour on an Iron Man is actually kind of nuts. Like obviously you could do that with darts and arrows and whatever, but you'd have to put in lots of hours beforehand to get all the supplies for that. Not saying that cutting the logs and stuff isn't supply gathering, but it's so AFK. You just stand there and click on a tree every now and then, and you've got your logs. Pretty much, you've got your log supply. So this is a really, I feel personally, kind of overpowered fletching method for Ironmen, but it is so nice to get that fletching XP done. It's like you get so many, like, I don't know, it just feels so rewarding. There's 91 fletching. It's so rewarding just to see all that XP come in super fast, and you just mow through these levels in no time at all. Like I said, I was only playing 2 or 3 hours a day and getting big levels. Here's a farming clip. What is that? 16 million farming XP. That's pretty nice. Still no pet. I'm not too shocked by that. I'm expecting to go pretty dry on the pet. My other account is also dry on the pet. Not as dry, like 14 million. But farming pet's one of the ones I'm assuming is gonna take me a while to get the pet, which is fine. I can just do passive farming runs. Here's 92 fletching, officially halfway to 99. Just a quick thing, the fletching cape is absolutely one of my favorite capes, especially on an Iron Man. I think it just looks so cool, and just the nostalgia behind it. You know, back in the day, we'd stand in Rock West Bank with all your friends and just stand there and like fletch you and Maple and Magic longbows and just chill. Here actually, this guy Hardcore Kevin reached out to me, just had a lot of nice things to say, asked some questions, said really nice things about the videos, stuff like that, and I just wanted to include this clip because I really do appreciate that. There's multiple people that have reached out and said nice things, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. I've been trying to get the motivation to play the game and make videos again, and it's finally starting to come back. Hopefully I can get my other account back and get that dealt with. But really, thank you, Hardcore Kevin. I really appreciate it, and you yourself have a really nice account. Keep it up, man. He did ask a question about blood rune crafting, so here I show what I did for blood rune crafting. He asked about avoiding death. So if you scroll out all the way on rune light, I'm in stretched mode. If you scroll out all the way while you're standing at the rock jump here, you can just right click the altar and click on the altar, and it'll run you straight there. You don't have to click in between where you can get attacked by NPCs, which is super nice, helpful for surviving. If you have maybe bad internet that kind of sometimes like flickers or something, this will take your character all the way through, as far as I know. And here I just show that there's only one skeleton. It's that one over there, the closest skeleton to the blood rune altar. I think he's level 26 or 28 or something. He's actually the only NPC in this area that will attack you, so you don't have to worry about any of the bats or the other skeletons or anything like that. It's just the one skeleton on the far right of the screen right now, who will attack you. So that's how I did my blood rune crafting, from I don't remember, like 90 to 99 or like 80 something to 99, without dying. It's not super risky. He did mention he has, like, someone mentioned at some point that they had like shoddy internet or something like that. I did too. I was playing on a PC that likes to crash, so there's 93 fletching. I was playing on a PC that likes to crash, internet that's not the most stable, and I still never really had any risks doing that method I just showed. Back to the fletching. Here's 94 fletching. These levels were coming in absolutely insanely fast. I couldn't believe it. I'd sit down, play some RuneScape, turn on music or a stream or something, watch it for like what felt like an hour, and then I'd look back and there'd be a new level. Obviously it took a little bit longer than that, but it felt like it was going so fast. This is way faster than old fletching, obviously. And here's me just showing I finally got 100,000 Vale offerings. I didn't open a single one. I didn't have the fletching knife, any of the the string spool or whatever, the bowstring spool or flax spool or whatever it is. I didn't have any of the Vale offerings items. I could have done that and got slightly faster XP with like the fletching knife, but it wasn't a big deal to me. I really wanted to stack up 100,000 for that beautiful white stack. There's 95 fletching. Just like I said, levels are flying in. It's actually insane how fast this minigame is. I think we have one more progress clip. We do. This one is a big one. I've said it the entire time on this account, but do your birdhouse runs if you do not. There's 89 Hunter, which first unlocks me Redwood birdhouses, which is a pretty decent upgrade. And also 89 Hunter on this account, and I've done like maybe 3 or 4 hours of actual hunting on this account. I've not done much at all. The majority of this is from birdhouses. It gets you seeds, it gets you birds' nests, it gets you big hunter XP, obviously. Just birdhouses are such a useful tool for Ironmen or just regular scalers or anything. And especially, like I said, those seeds, the tree seeds you get from that, really help out with that farming XP. This is just the last little yap clip I was doing. I can't remember exactly what I was saying, but I remember the gist of it. Guys, thank you so much for the support, everything that you guys, likes, comments, subscriptions, messaging me in game, joining the clan chat and saying what's up. It really is really cool just to have people to talk to. I've played this game for a long time. I've been a level 3 skiller in this game since 2007, so 18 years on this game. And when I started, I had a big clan, a big friends list, a lot of people that played, and just over the years, a lot of those players have obviously, moved on to other things in life and either don't play the game anymore, don't play much anymore, different clans, different stuff like that. So since I've made since I started playing 07, I really haven't had that many of my old friends that really play the game, so I really haven't had too many people to talk to while I'm playing the game, aside from my clan chat base 10. But I've had a lot of people reaching out just because of the videos, or some people just see my account sometimes and they'll think it's a nice account or whatever, and they'll message me. I really do appreciate like anything, even if you just have questions on how I did something, or like Kevin, like you're saying something really nice about the videos of the account or something, or you just want to talk about whatever. It's really cool just having people reach out and having people to talk to while I'm playing the game. I am trying to get back into it. I have been really enjoying it again. Obviously in this instance, all I've shown is Fletching. Here I just talk about a few more people that have reached out. You got Hardcore Big Wolf on there, who I talked to quite a bit. He's another YouTuber, makes great videos. L Fox, he made video. I don't know if he still makes videos, but he used to make videos that really were huge inspiration. He reached out and said what's up. And there's a lot of people on this friends list who have actually reached out and said something about the videos, or just said something about the account, and I really do appreciate it. Like I said, even if you're just asking questions, looking for knowledge or whatever, like I said, I've been playing this game since 2007 as a skiller, so I have a lot of, I feel like, experience and maybe knowledge that could be useful to people. So if you do have any questions for an iron skiller, a hardcore skiller, a regular skiller, really any kind of account, I do have pretty much every kind of account in the game, and you have questions, I would be more than happy to answer. So again, thank you guys for the love and support, not only on the videos but also in game, and just just talking and stuff. And other than that, like I said, I've been trying to get back into the game a lot more. Still been doing a lot of fletching. I do enjoy Vale Totems. I ran out of logs, that's why I'm standing here chopping redwood trees, because I did run out of supplies. As for the channel, I have some ideas in my head about things I want to do. I want to try and like kind of branch out and kind of do, I don't know, do different styles of videos. One thing I had in mind is just a different style of progress. Like as a skiller, there's more things you do than just skilling, and it's kind of hard to mix together, skilling progress with other progress like quests, combat things that you have to do, random collection log stuff. It's kind of hard to put all that progress together in a cohesive way that works in a video. So I was thinking about like branching out and trying to do a new style of video, maybe some more like educational stuff, because people do ask a lot of questions about just being a skiller in general, but specifically being like an iron skiller and how you do certain things, like certain quests, certain just, just certain stuff. How do you get crafting supplies, things like that. So I've been thinking about branching out and doing different kinds of content. Again, I apologize if this commentary has been kind of boring, not the best. I really do apologize. I just had all these clips saved. I've been sitting on them for probably a week, maybe 2. I really want to get something put out and put together, and it's hard for me to do one take commentaries because sometimes I just ramble and don't know really what else to say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully, like I said, I've got some projects I'm working on, some ideas floating around that I think would be good. Hopefully, I'm going to start working on that right after this. I'm going to keep working on the fletching. I do have, obviously in this video I didn't show the loot from the 100,000, so maybe I'll make a video on that. Maybe I'll just put that in the next progress video. I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, I've got stuff lined up. I'm playing the game again, enjoying the game. Getting back to finally recording progress videos and clips and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, even though it's obviously not the best work here. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.